Hey, what's up guys? I've had some people ask me about this game. I bought this late last year actually, but as you know, that was when I was going through all those computer problems and stuff, and I wasn't really able to do much with it in terms of actual gameplay, but it's a pretty good game. The main thing about this game is it's got really good fan service and attention to detail, meaning, you know, if you watch the show at all, you watch the shows and the movies, you'll catch a lot of the references. In terms of gameplay, it's a pretty good Muso game. It doesn't really hold a candle to stuff like Basara. I find it pretty close, but it's definitely a little lacking in some areas. The move sets are pretty small. You only have a couple of moves and stuff. The load times, as you can see here, are pretty extreme. Like, it can take you a long time just to get to the game. I was really hoping that they would turn this into the new annual Kamen Rider series. Before this, there was a Climax Hero series, which many consider to be some of the better licensed poverty fighting games out there. It's kind of unfortunate that they just kind of dropped that line of games, because they were finally starting to get legit. Like, they added cancels in there and all kinds of air combos and stuff, and they just kind of stopped. I guess it was just because the PSP was on its way out, and I guess they didn't want to do quasi HD development with the Vita. But I'm gonna go through a quick level here. Apparently I can't use very hard mode on free mode. If you've ever watched any Power Rangers or Kamen Rider episodes or crossover movies at all, you'll laugh at the fact that there's a playable rock quarry level in this game. You know how it is in tokusatsu, you know, whenever the villains they need to have a big, like, escalated battle, they always go to the rock quarry. That's like their prime hangout. So I guess it'll be pretty fitting for me to go to the rock quarry here. As you can see, the character models are really awesome. They did a really good job, like, actually paying attention to detail. You know, most licensed games, you know, they usually take a lot of liberties. Obviously, they had to take some liberties with this, just on the basis of, you know, if you ever watch Kamen Rider, you know, there are situations and fight scenes that they get into where they fight numerous enemies at once, but most of the time it's more isolated, you know, one-on-one, two-on-two, stuff like that. So some of the moves don't perform, you know, they don't perform exactly like they would in an actual, you know, show or anything, but I'm going to go ahead and use my main man, Meteor, here. From what little I played of this game, I got maybe about halfway through the story mode. I don't know how long the story mode is. It's pretty lengthy, just on the basis of how long it takes to load, but I got like maybe about halfway through it, if not a little more. I found him to be one of the best characters because he has an instant guard crush that leads to a free combo. He has one of the most flexible combo systems in the whole game. So the fact that he can guard crush somebody and get a free combo and take a huge chunk off their life, if not just knock them out instantly, is a pretty big advantage. So I'm gonna go through this. I would love to see a comparison video between this and Sonic 06 load times. I think they would be pretty tied. This game might even take longer. Like, just to get into a game, like, even with all the introductions I've been doing, it takes a couple minutes to get in. I'm not exaggerating. You can probably time it on the video if you're watching this on YouTube. I don't know what they did. This game has some really weird oddities. How long it takes to load, given the levels are pretty small. Also, the frame rate's really odd too. Like, it's like uncapped. Sometimes it runs at 60, but most of the time it runs at 30, like most PS3 Muso games. So basically, you have an S string. You have a triangle move. You have circle. And you have a rider cancel. Every character in the game has a different rider cancel. It's kind of similar to the character types that are in the Hirochi series. Some characters can roll cancel. Some characters have a kind of shadowless feet dash, like Dynasty Warriors 8 and 7. And some characters have a jump cancel. Obviously, Meteor is supposed to be a really agile, you know, fast character, just like he was on the show. So they gave him a jump cancel. You also have your triangle and circle move, which is basically your finisher for most characters. Given that this is a Kamen Rider game, it's a rider kick. But some characters have more unique ones. As someone who watched all of Kamen Rider 4's every single episode, all the crossover movies, the summer movie and stuff, they did a really excellent job portraying his fight style. It's pretty accurate to how he fought in the show. He did all the really cool wire fu stunts and stuff like that. Every time they grab me, I want to tag out. I've been playing too much Basara. There is an assist system in this game. It's not too useful. Some of the characters are pretty nice. Baron's is pretty nice because it sets them up for a free combo. But I haven't found too much use out of the other ones, unfortunately. Lots of unlocks in this game. If you like a Muso game with a lot of unlockable characters and items and stuff, it's pretty cool. There's a figure system, which is basically your gear system in this game. Unfortunately, the grind to get those can be pretty strong. Okay, as you can see right there, it's running at 60, but when you get to the actual gameplay, it's standard like Koei game Muso, PS3 Muso janky frame rate. But yeah, this game's pretty cool. You can get it pretty cheap on Amazon. It's just be ready for really long load times, awkward frame rates. And I also recommend actually watching at least one Kamen Rider season before you get this. It's kind of like Senran Kagura, obviously there's not that kind of fan service in there, but if you like, the fan service that's like accuracy to the source material, this is a really great game. I really hope that they're able to continue this series on more powerful hardware, be it PS4 or PC or something. I think they could do a lot with this. I think there's not really a whole lot of characters in this game. It reminds me a lot of early Basara. There aren't a whole lot of moves, there aren't a whole lot of characters. There's, I think, maybe 15 characters in this game. Maybe a little more, give or take. But they're all very unique. They all have pretty accurate fighting styles to how they fight in the show, which is definitely one of the selling points of this. From someone who's played it, I played it for maybe 20-30 hours before I had all those computer issues and I just wasn't able to continue. It's a really good game. It's just don't pay too much for it. Be ready for Sonic 06 load times, and if you're a Kamen Rider fan, this is like the ultimate treat to you. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best Kamen Rider games out there. I'd say this and the late Climax Heroes games, probably the last 2 or 3 that they put out before they kind of canned that side of the franchise. So if you want to see more, you can go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to be playing more Basara. I did like this game. It's just the load time times, all the issues I mentioned, kind of bog it down a little bit. I hope that with a little more budget and maybe some more development time, they'll be able to continue this series and make it maybe on par with Visara. Thanks for watching. Peace.